What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live, and I'm back again doing a video. Honestly, it's about keeping our mind right. So, what do I mean by keeping our mind right? Our mind is like a software, and our temple, our body, is like the hardware, honestly. What we're running on. Whatever way you want to put that, but you know what I mean. We do have a mind, okay? Yes, we have a heart. Yes, we have a body. Yes, okay? However, we do have a mind also. You would be lying to say that you are just so, like, you know it all. You'll be lying to say that you know it all. You'll be lying to say that you can never learn anything new. You'll be lying to say that you just have everything figured out and everything's just so perfect and set in stone, and you just can't learn anything. So that's why I'm reminding people to have a mind, to be willing to learn, to be willing to listen, to be willing to understand, to be willing to slow down and listen up. you know so how do I get my mind right? One was just checking in with myself. So one big thing is, like, especially for us guys, us men, we have different set of programs to women. You know, we do have similarities to women. Also, we do have our own unique differences, because this is what we're here to do in this lifetime. In this lifetime, I am a man. In this lifetime, I am a man. I'm a whole man. I'm here to be with the woman I love and to have a beautiful child and several children as well, you know, all in divine order, in gradual, natural order. So, and we're here to raise it together. We're on planet Earth to raise our child, our children, our family together, you know. So that's that. I already have that peace of mind established. Next, worrying about money, which is a big program for men, especially us men, guys. All this pressure in the matrix. Work, 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 work. Study, study, study. Make money, make money, make money. Money, 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 money. You know what I'm saying? All this, like, just beat up into our head. And yes, I love money. I am grateful for all of the money in the world. I am welcoming all of the wealth into my life. At the same time, I'm not here to worship money. I'm not here to be panicking, paranoid, bowing down to money. I'm here to have a neutral attitude towards money, a grateful attitude towards money, a loving attitude and behaviors towards money. At the same time, I'm not putting money on a pedestal. I'm not compromising my integrity for money. I'm not selling my soul. I'm not stealing. I'm not cheating. I'm not lying. I'm not doing any of that stuff for money, to be honest. So, with that being said, how do I get peace of mind? I realize that it's slow and steady to make the real money. I realize that in the long run, it will take time to manifest the big dollars, the big money, gradually, the real true wealth. So for me, I'm like, hey, okay, I've worked at all these jobs and they've been like training camp for me, honestly. All these services and whatnot, it's been like training camp, to be honest. I've been able to take care of myself. I've been able to contribute to the one I love, give, little gifts and presents and experiences and whatnot for the one I love, as well as help out my family here and there, as well as also take care of myself in simple ways, take care of the rent, simple bills, simple food, just simple stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just to learn the basics, the foundation of life, But I knew that there's so much more out there, just like Monopoly and whatnot. Whenever you get, or whatever, even if it's a simulation video game or whatever, if you get like a whole bunch of tokens or coins or whatever, then it's not as fun anymore. Well, it can be fun, but you just have, it's a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just blow all your money fast and quick like that. You want to, as soon as you get $1 million or whatever on Grand Theft Auto or whatever video game, right as fast as you got that money, and if you just spend it that fast again and buy $1 million car, now you have no money again, then that's not really wise, to be honest. However, imagine about having a plans to allocate that money in different areas, to water that money in different areas, to dispense that money in different areas so that it will be able to grow to even more than what you already have. So that million, you can invest that into different areas in your life, and that can become many millions, multiple millions, more than just 1 million, more than just the initial million. That can become 5 million or 50 million, who knows, depending on what you do with it. So for me, how I stopped worrying and freaking out and panicking about money is like, okay, cool, I have a lot of things going for me, let me be patient. I've worked in these jobs were like training camps, so I don't need to be worrying about, you know did the money miss me, what I'm saying, like overthinking, oh, did I get a missed call, for some money? Or did I get a text message about some money and someone deleted it? Or did somebody, try to, you know, pretend to be me or something like that? All these different worst case disaster scenarios that aren't true, that don't happen and haven't happened and aren't happening and won't happen. We need to get that out of our mind. So for me, I'm always like, hey, I worked in these jobs. I filed all my taxes ever since I've ever been working in the Matrix. I'm cool. I'm good. It's just been simple living, grateful living. And that's that, honestly. That is that. A lot of other opportunities to make money and be in this business world have come across us. And a lot of times we would have to put a lot of money up into it or do some long courses or studying or some type of thing of, where it's not just boom, $1 million right in your hand type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's another way to get us to stop overthinking and worrying about money, to be honest, is that, like it will just come naturally. Like we won't miss it. You know what I mean? That's the liberating thing. That's the thing that can help us to breathe more, is to realizing that we won't miss it. You know what I mean? Like these wealthy people, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs, Amazon, Jeff Bezos, like the money that they have, it's because it's been strategies, it's been plans, it's been hard work, it's been organization. You know what I'm saying? That happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? By their work that they stuck with. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing with us. So long as we have some horses in the race, so long as we have something going for us, then we can manifest it. You know what I mean? It won't just miss us. It won't just pass us. Nobody's going to take it. Nobody's going to steal it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to pop out the blue. There's no boogeyman. Nah. I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm supporter and a knower. And I am having a profound awareness that what is meant for me will never miss me, will never pass me by. The blessings that are meant for us will never pass us by. So I'm always walking forward with that knowledge because, yeah, I'm striving for big amounts of abundance. At the same time, I'm still working on a lot of things, and I'm realizing that it's a process in life. There are many processes in life. So I realized, hey, for that big money, it will come in the form of, in due time, in the right way, in celebration. Everything comes at the right time, just like these little vacations, these little trips, these little sometimes meetings, these little activities and stuff. It all comes in at the right time, seasons and cycles, whether it's going to be a big surprise celebration event where we're presented a massive check, or where it's us finally, our first event where we're selling our merchandise, our clothing, and we've actually organized it, and we have a venue, and we have people coming in to buy our clothing, our merchandise. Boom. That's where it starts. That's where some of the revenue is going to come in from. Or if it's going to be when we finally finish writing our first new bestseller, our book novel, and that's on the shelf, then we can finally be selling that, or that can be finally bringing in some more revenue for us. It's not so much about selling, it's about service. It's about the message. That's how I'm still doing this, because I have been working harder on myself than on my businesses, than on trying to go out and make money. And I've still been getting the job done because people have recognized my ambition. People have recognized my trustworthy nature. People have recognized my honest well-being. You know what I'm saying? This is who I am. You know, I've been able to make sure I'm taking care of myself, that I'm not suffering. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here suffering, in disastrous scenarios, out here in poor health. No, I'm making sure I have at least the simple things. I'm not asking for too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having a big old checklist or anything. I'm just making sure I'm cool. I'm making sure first and foremost, I'm free from the matrix. I'm free from bondage. I'm free from slavery. I'm free from chains. I'm free from control. I'm free from cages. I'm free from, imprisonment. I'm free from arrested states of development. I'm free from, handcuffs. I'm free from authority. I'm free from all that stuff, first and foremost, so that I'm able to do what I want to do all day, every day, for several decades to come. So I can live in a 1-bedroom apartment and have my own rent and whatnot, and have that going for me. I'm not going to be homeless. I have been homeless, and it's not meant for me. You know what I'm saying? So I have made the choice to say to myself, hey, I'm not ever allowing myself to ever be put into an arrested state of development ever again, or to ever be homeless ever again. I've made that choice. I'm making that choice. I'm saying no to arrested state of development. I'm saying no to homelessness, no to handcuffs, no to police, no to negative, toxic friends from the past, negative, fake friends, no to junk food, no to extreme amounts of alcohol, no to cigarettes, no to constant late nights doing nothing productive. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I've been able to help get my mind right. Because then I'm like, oh, wow. When I have a book, when I have clothing, when I have even more work in progress invested into me with these YouTube videos, and I can put money into stocks and even learn about real estate and all these other things on top of that, artwork, even dog walking, lawn mowing, landscaping, supplements. The list goes on. The sky is the limit, honestly. So that's how I've been able to get my mind right about money, about material possessions, how I've been able to get into a better balance within myself. Was trust, so the one that we love, trust and love goes together. How can you love someone when you don't trust them? So one was making that clear, getting rid of the overthinking, getting rid of thinking that someone's out to get me, getting rid of thinking someone's out to get us, and being mindful that life is a mirror. Life is a mirror. You know what I'm saying? What you do to others, it has an effect. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, when you screw people over, you will get screwed over. You know what I'm saying? If you have wicked intentions, that same energy is going to come back to you, and you're just constantly going to be dealing with your own karma, fighting, dodging your own karma, running around circles, doing nothing productive until you make the choice to start living a karma-free life and start positively impacting people truly, truly. Keyword, truly. You know what I'm saying? No games, no, fooling around. I'm talking about when you really get right within your spirit and you can honestly look people in the eyes with no ulterior motives, no hidden agendas, none of that stuff. When you can actually be honest, when you can actually be real, when you actually speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? Where you can lay your cards out, where you could unveil who you are, where you could speak up and be honest and be vulnerable about what you're going through, about your life, about your situation, about all that stuff, you know. Because, yeah, the cyber web, the internet, the world, it's millions and billions of people and energies and tabs and search engines and photos and documents and links and portals and profiles and all this stuff. So it's really easy for this whole conundrum to get very unorganized and broken. That's what the system is, honestly. It's broken and unorganized and sloppy, you know. So when we can focus on what we truly are here to do, our purpose, our mission, then we're like, okay, cool. You know, I'm not crazy. I'm not missing anything. You know, I'm not having a fear of missing out. You know, I'm aware that whatever's meant for me will always gravitate towards me. It will always find me. You know, that comes from love from relatives, love from the one I love, you know, love from our parents, you know, love from support from family, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, it will come. So I'm always having that knowing every day, all day, you know, because yeah, I get it. Sometimes it is frustrating because we're like, wow, you know, a lot of people have short attention spans. A lot of people are focused on the wrong stuff. You know, a lot of the world is very lopsided and living in reverse. And, you know, people are out of their true elements. And, you know, it'll take like a long time to try to explain everything in the world that's going on, you know, problems, scenarios, etc., circumstances, all that stuff. It would take forever to try to analyze it, to try to, you know, paint it out. That's why I'm encouraging people to do YouTube, because then when more of us are doing this, speaking up independently, truthfully, honestly, like I'm doing, then guess what? We can really make even more great change in this world, you know, more great change, because more people will be listening to other real people instead of listening to fake puppets on the mainstream, on the matrix, on the television, on the radio. You know what I'm saying? No, we can actually reconnect to the real truth, you know, especially in the music industry too. These artists or whatever, they may have 10 songs. Let's say all their 10 songs is 3 minutes. Okay, that's 30 minutes. That's half an hour. That's literally one of my videos. You know what I mean? Let's say they have 5 albums of that. So 5 30-minute albums. So that's 1 hour, 2 hours, and 30 minutes. Literally 30, 60, 90, 120. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Literally. You know, and there's some of us who have that same amount of content, you know, times infinity, you know what I'm saying, available. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of mind control and deception and manipulation going on in this world, where they feed you lies, they feed you deception, they feed you trash, garbage entertainment that's only here to distract you and dumb you down and make you hate yourself, make you more divided, make you more separated, make you fighting, make you corrupt within your spirit and your mind, you know. So that's really what's going on. That's really what's going on, honestly. It's a lot to unpack, it's a lot to discuss, but for me, I'm like, hey, okay, I've worked at all my jobs, cool, you know. It was enough to take care of things. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else is me. That's my power. You know, I never had much in general to begin with. You know, I never had a Rolls Royce. I never had, you know, a Gucci belt. You know, I never had a Rolex watch. You know, I never had, you know, all this designer stuff. I never had, you know, a Lamborghini or, you know, a big old mansion, you know, a Ferrari, a Corvette, you know what I'm saying? Never had, you know, private memberships to these exclusive gyms and clubs and stuff like that. I never had any expensive material possessions. I just had enough to get by, to live life, just to get through to see another day, honestly. Now I'm beginning to realize what I'm truly worthy for. I'm worthy for the best, and it doesn't even have to be about materials. So that's how I'm so at peace every single day because of that, honestly. Because of that, honestly. I'm not worried about losing stuff or any of that because I'm aware we don't take any of this stuff to the grave. When we die, nobody's gonna have a Rolls Royce or some flashy chains and jewelry or fancy cars, fancy houses, you know all this stuff, egotistical stuff. None of that comes with us. Only our spirit, our soul, our heart. That's internal. That's what we transcend. That's what we ascend. That's what we rise into a new incarnation, into a new life with. The rest is just an illusion. So, in terms of the big manifestations, I'm just aware that it all happens in divine order. I just use common sense. I'm like, hey, I've been being more with less. You know what I mean? When something's truly meant for us, it will never pass us by. That's something that I've recognized and I've realized, because I know it can be noisy, it can be loud, it can be chaotic in this matrix, in this world, but it's always important for us to calm down, to slow down, to breathe, to relax, to recenter ourselves and to refocus our vision, to do that self-talk. So this is how I do it, this is what helps me. This is what has been helping me get my mind right about this stuff. So anyways, I'm just breaking it down to y'all, same thing with past relationships that didn't work out. Sometimes we want to try to be in our mind and our head about that, overthinking about that. For me, I'm like, hey, I am not meant to be with anyone who's not in my life anymore. I'm not meant to be with anyone who left me hanging. I'm not meant to be with anyone who never reciprocated anything. You know what I'm saying? Where I was left hanging. Women who were trying to manipulate me, women who were trying to control me, women who were trying to box me up and keep me in a cage and give me add no type of happiness, contribute no type of positivity, contribute no type of smiles to my life. All they wanted to do was change and control me. That's just the honest truth. Women were trying to change and control me. A certain few, to be honest. And there's other men out there who can relate, and women can relate to that too. But about those, I realize they're not meant to be in my life. You know what I'm saying? Ones who, where I still was holding on and they never hit me up for a long time. And then finally they like, who's this? Out of nowhere. Even though like the energy was very incompatible, where I was pouring out 100% and they were only pouring out 20%. You know what I mean? Where it was not reciprocal, it was not equal. The effort was not the same. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Sometimes I've been like that in certain scenarios, to be honest. Not that often, very, very, very rarely, to be honest. But that was usually because of a cause. That was usually the result of a cause. That was the effect of certain causes, But anyways, I'm just keeping it real though. I learned about that. Let them go, I learned to let go of people who let me go. It's that simple. We gotta let go of people who have let us go. It's that simple. That's how you help simplify your life and stop overthinking. Let go of people who have let you go. That's how you manifest that true, real love. That's how I have real, true love. That's how I'm living day in and day out a lifestyle of being in a loving relationship from now throughout my life for the next several decades to come. I'm continuing to be in a loving relationship for 50 years and beyond to come, because this is my purpose. This is what is unique to me. This is my mission. What I'm saying? This is my life, my voice. I'm not the same as everybody. I'm not the same as anyone. There's no other Sky Blackwell. Until you hold up a mirror and put it right next to me, it'll just show me. You know what I mean? You won't find any other guy like me. So I'm always encouraging uniqueness and authenticity every day. And that's that. I've let go of people who have let go of me, and I've been staying true. you know, to manifest that real, true, reciprocal, heart space connection love, where, we're reflections, we're perfect mirror reflections. You know what I mean? We do what we want. We do onto each other what we will want to be done to ourselves. We treat each other how we want to be treated. You know what I mean? If I shouted, then guess what? She's going to shout back. You know what I'm saying? If I, you know, went all day just eating all the food inside the house, saving nothing for anybody, which I don't. I never do that. I don't do that. I'm always giving. I'm keeping it real. I'm just using an example. If I did that, then guess what? There would probably be an effect from that. She might do the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? Where one day, boom, she'll eat everything and leave nothing for me to eat. Or maybe she'll just be quiet all day. Or maybe, who knows? You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'm just sharing these as examples to live a healthy life, to keep that in mind for a true reciprocal heart space connection, twin flame type of love. So about the worries, I've let all those people go. People who weren't meant to be in my life, even outside of intimacy and romance. I'm talking about homies and friends and girl people, friends, associates, colleagues, whatever, who there's no intimacy or no romance or nothing ever has been there. They're not meant to be in that type of vibe. I've let go of them too. People who I was just genuine friends with, not even trying to be romantic or sexual or, lovey-dovey or none of that stuff, but where I just really am that mature enough to see them as just a friend. You know what I mean? Maybe a handshake, maybe a one-arm side hug or something like that, but nothing flirty, nothing romantic. And some of them have switched up. Some of them are so plugged into this matrix of working in jobs, of organized religion, of all these different things, and where they have like backed off and they aren't the same anymore. They turn into a monster. They turn into a desensitized, numb brick wall of glass. You know what I'm saying? And I've let go of them. I've stopped trying to call people who don't want to call me back. I've stopped trying to get all deep, trying to send all these deep messages of love, of all this time, of all this energy, of all this care, of all this, thoughtfulness. I've stopped doing that to people who don't give a damn, and I've refocused that energy to where it's meant to be, to the woman I love, to my mom, my dad, to, my aunts, to my uncle, to my cousins, you know what I'm saying? To our newborn child, to, our son, our daughter, to, a close bro, a close homie, that's what it is. To the authentic squad who reflections out there who are also sharing a similar mission and vibe with the message we're sharing. That's basically the process. I'm unpacking, I'm getting deep, I'm keeping it real. That's what goes on. So that's how I've been able to get my mind right and move forward. Women who aren't meant to be in my life, women who weren't reciprocal, women who they just hopped off and ghosted me. And women, I'm also speaking up for y'all too. For men who have done the same thing to you, who have just hopped off, ghosted you, just dipped off. You know what I'm saying? With no explanation, with no reasoning, no type of common sense, no type of closure, none of that. I've been there too. I'm overcoming that too. I'm healing from that too. It's not cool, However, I've learned just to extract the gold from that scenario and just to make peace, to realize, hey, they're not meant to be in my life, and that's how we manifest that true twin flame love, is because right now I'm in a relationship. I'm in a healthy, evolutionary, loving, simple, monogamous relationship. No love triangles, no games, no deception, no drama, no third parties, no side pieces, none of that stuff, and all, the women who have just came in and dipped out, you know what I'm saying, where they just left off, they don't ever want to follow up saying, oh, Sky, I'm sorry, oh, I love you, oh, thank you for this, thank you for that, I'm so sorry, you were so right. And they never reciprocated, all the love letters I wrote. They never reciprocated all the phone calls that I would do to just be trying to beg them to stay in my life. They'll never reciprocate popping up to my doorstep like how I did to them, trying to beg them to be in my life. They never reciprocate any of that stuff. They never did, is what I'm saying. So that's why I've let all that go, to realize they're not meant to be in my life. It's too late. Even if they were to try to do that now, it's too late. It's too late, because I'm worthy of the best. I have a reciprocal heart space connection, and I've stayed true up to this point, this far. I haven't, you know, switched out. You know what I'm saying? I've never cheated on any woman I've ever been with. I'm not a cheater. I'm not a liar. You know, I'm honestly able to say that I have never cheated on any woman I've ever been with. So whenever I'm in the relationship, people from the past, they're really missing out. They're really feeling sad. They're really feeling sorry. They're really recognizing that my worth will only continue to skyrocket and to grow and to build and to evolve. I'm only becoming more and more valuable every day. And it's only the beginning. This is just the honest facts. These are the honest facts and truth. You snooze, you lose. You counted the stars and you lost the moon. You lost the moon while counting stars. So that's why I'm always making sure I'm staying honest, I'm staying loyal, I'm staying faithful to the one I love. I'm not out here running game. I'm not out here flirting behind her back. I'm not out here hooking up with no other women or none of that stuff behind her back. No, because I wouldn't want that done to me. And that's what a true heart space reciprocal connection is, where we do what we would want to be done to each other. So for me, I'm like, hey, I'm not here to be screwed over. So I'm not going to screw the one I love over, and that's how I'm having the twin flame connection now, always, and forever, for several decades and centuries to come, because I'm worthy, I'm good enough, and I've been doing the work for this love. So anyways, that's how we get our mind right, to stop overthinking, to let go of certain people, thoughts, places, scenarios, energies that are not compatible with us, and that our spirit is just saying, no, you need to let that go. So this is just the truth. Thank you all for listening, sharing, supporting. Y'all have an amazing day. DM us for any questions on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity, youtube.com/help make a difference. Y'all have an amazing day. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace.